Okay, so picture this. There's a complete stranger online. You don't know their name, you don't know where they live, you know absolutely nothing about them. But what if I told you that in just a couple of minutes, you could find their email, their photos, even their workplace, and do it all without hacking a single thing?
Sounds like something straight out of a spy movie, right? Well, welcome to the very real world of OSINT. That stands for Open Source Intelligence, and really, it's the modern art of finding the digital ghosts we all leave behind us online. You know, the really interesting thing about OSINT is that it isn't about breaking into computer systems. It's more about seeing the internet as this giant public puzzle. Every little thing you share, a username, a photo you post, a comment you leave, that's a puzzle piece. The real skill is just knowing where to look and how to connect all those scattered pieces to build a surprisingly clear picture.
And that right there, that's the absolute key. This definition nails it. OSINT relies 100% on publicly available information. Nothing is stolen, no systems are compromised. It's all just out there, hiding in plain sight for anyone to find. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, a really quick and very important disclaimer. Everything I'm about to show you, it's for educational purposes only. The whole point here is to make you aware of your own digital footprint so you can protect yourself. So please use this knowledge responsibly. All right, let's crack open the Digital Detectives Toolkit. We're going to break down the 6 most powerful OSINT techniques that anyone can learn. And this isn't just about finding information on others, but maybe more importantly, understanding just how easily you can be found. We're going to cover everything from username searching and face recognition to IP tracking, metadata, the absolute magic of Google Dorking, and even some crazy powerful Telegram bots. Just think of each of these as a different lens that reveals another hidden layer of the digital world. First up, let's talk about one of the most underrated, but honestly, one of the most powerful skills in the book, the simple username search. This is often the very first thread an investigator will pull. So, what's the weakness it exploits? It's simple. It's human nature. We love consistency. We pick a username we like, maybe back when we were teenagers, and we just stick with it across dozens of platforms, sometimes for decades. And that consistency, well, it creates a bright, clear trail right back to us. You can use dead simple tools like NameCheck. Plug in a username and instantly see a list of everywhere it exists online. One single search could pop up a Twitter profile, a GitHub account, a forgotten blog from 10 years ago, and suddenly you've got a goldmine of their hobbies, their connections, and maybe even their real name. Okay, next up is a technique that honestly feels like it's straight out of science fiction: face recognition. What happens when all you have to go on is a single picture? While tools like PimEyes or Yandex Images can scan the public internet looking for matching faces. And this is where it gets kind of scary. A casual photo that a friend tags you in at a party could instantly link back to your professional LinkedIn profile or a company website. Every photo out there becomes a potential breadcrumb. Now for something a bit more technical, but just as revealing. IP tracking. This is all about finding someone's digital address. The best way to think of your IP address is like the street address for your internet connection. Now, an investigator can't just look it up in a phone book. But if you click on a specially crafted link from a tool like Grabify, it can log your IP address, revealing your city and your internet provider. And that is exactly why you should never, ever click on suspicious links. All right, let's talk about the hidden stuff, the clues you can't even see. I'm talking about metadata, the invisible data that's embedded in the files we share every single day. So that photo you posted, it's not just a picture. Its EXIF data can hold the exact GPS coordinates of where it was taken, sometimes right down to the street corner. That Word document you shared, it might contain the author's name and the company they work for. Tools like EXIF Tool can pull this hidden story right out of the file for anyone to see. Let's move on to a personal favorite of mine, Google Dorking. See, most of us use Google like a basic roadmap, but with the right commands, you can turn it into a high-powered satellite capable of seeing, well, almost everything. What this means is you're using these special search commands, think of them like cheat codes for Google, to unearth files and pages that were probably never meant for public eyes, like the slideshows. You can hunt for specific file types on government websites, find unprotected admin login pages, or even search for documents with the word confidential. You would be shocked at what's just lying around in plain sight. And last but definitely not least, let's talk about the modern secret weapon of the OSINT world, Telegram bots. This platform has become so much more than just a messaging app. For the pros, specialized bots on Telegram are like a digital Swiss Army knife. These things can scan data breach databases, see what social media accounts are linked to a phone number, and even monitor crypto transactions. They're designed to pull together data from dozens of sources all into one convenient place.
So, we've gone through 6 pretty powerful techniques: username tracking, face recognition, IP logging, but now we get to the most important and maybe the most chilling takeaway of this entire explainer.
So here it is. The most chilling part of all this isn't how powerful these tools are. No, it's the fact that every single technique we've discussed relies only on information that we ourselves have already made public.
Just let that sink in for a second. No hacking, no password cracking, no breaking into any systems. It's all just cleverly collecting and connecting the digital breadcrumbs that we all leave behind. Okay, so after hearing all that, the big question is, what can you actually do about it? How do you flip the script? How do you go from being the hunted to being the hunter of your own data?
Well, the defense is pretty straightforward, but it does take discipline. First things first, audit your own footprint. Go see where your username appears. Second, review your public photos and really think about what they might reveal. Third, strip the metadata from files before you share them. And finally, and most importantly, just be mindful. Think before you post.
Because in this new world, public data is an incredibly powerful tool. You can either be totally unaware of the trail you're leaving behind for others to find, or you can take control of your own story. The choice is yours. So which is it going to be?